First, we'd like to thank the commissioners for meeting with us yesterday. We thought that was a very productive meeting. This is just to briefly summarize in an official meeting what we talked about yesterday, just to put it on the record. Lebanon Pipeline Awareness, Inc. has submitted 6 requests to the Lebanon County Commissioners that were outlined in the memo we submitted yesterday. The first is to create a robust public repository for information relating to pipelines. And we have some specific suggestions along those lines, modeling in particular after the Chester County Commissioner's website, which does a very fine job of summarizing and presenting to the public information relating to pipelines. Secondly, we ask that the commissioners provide 45 to 60 days before voting on any issue relating to pipelines to provide ample time for public input on those issues. Third, we ask that the commissioners videotape and post on YouTube your bi-weekly meetings and post them in their entirety, so that people who can't come to the meetings, who have day jobs and so on, can know what's happening in the meetings. And fourth, to pay very close attention to the Atlantic Sunrise project that is unfolding in North and South Anvil Townships in particular, and to authorize local citizen inspectors to document and photograph the construction phase. And just parenthetically, following up on the Colonel's remarks, when artillery is fired in Indiantown Gap, we can feel the ground shaking in Anvil. And that's like 10 miles away. And this is precisely where the pipeline is projected to go. So in addition to the artillery, to the trains going by, to the explosions in Penzies, quarries, all these things represent an abiding threat. Fifth, to continue to insist that Williams hold an open public meeting in which all citizens can hear the responses and ask questions. And then sixth and finally, to issue a request to Sunoco to hold an open public meeting to discuss the Mariner East projects. So those are the requests that we submitted yesterday. And now that you've had 18 hours to think about it, we're wondering if you have any questions for us.
Do you have any questions?
I know, Mike, you had to leave early. I believe there was a few more things that added to that list. That was your written list, but they had added a few things. We did announce that FERC awarded the county intervenor status yesterday. The other thing was you requested Thursday meetings, and we asked about the Wednesday work sessions that we had yesterday, and they said yes, that would be included too. So that would be an addition to your addendum. And they were talking about an ad hoc committee, but then I don't know if that was withdrawn or not. And a request that the county take a coordinating role when speaking with municipalities. Now, we can't tell them what to do, but we can convene meetings where everybody can talk together, that sort of thing. And also that, this was, I thought, a very good suggestion about requesting the pipeline companies to notify the county, EMA, news media, impacted municipalities, and fire companies, for instance, not only during construction, but when flaring or making water withdrawals for testing, things of that nature, because they don't always notify everybody, and we should all know. And also, there was a suggestion, which I think we do, but it was just added to the list, to make sure that we copy FERC on any letters that we send to Williams or Sunoco. The last one was really a question about the role of county planning, and it was explained that we have to work with our departments to make sure we have accurate latitude and longitude lines, because we have GIS, which helps us with our assessment appeals, and also the Conservation District, of course, has to monitor. They use our GIS as well. They have stormwater impacts, and EMA, in responding to disasters, has to have accurate information. So that's how we get involved with planning.
Well, I'm certainly encouraged that Commissioner Litz is taking on all these additional items other than those that you brought to us yesterday. So.
Well, actually, they were brought to us, but by different people after he left.
Well,
that was the point.
My promise, if you will, to you folks yesterday was that we will take all of these things under consideration, and I also cautioned you that in government, not just county government, nothing happens immediately or overnight. So we, as anxious as Commissioner Litz is to get started on this and add all these other things. I want to look at it from a practical standpoint so that we don't disappoint you, and the things that we do properly and correctly. So you'll have to work through it with us. We can't all of a sudden abandon all the other operations of the county. We have limited staff in MIS and limited staff in planning. We have openings, so we're going to work, as I said yesterday, in a reasonable fashion to meet as many of these requests as we can. But I don't want to present this as some panacea that, you know, we're just going to solve all the problems for the Pipeline Alliance. I want to be candid with you. I want to be honest with you.
Well, we
certainly
appreciate
will.
that, and we understand this is a long-term process, and just to reiterate what was said yesterday, we look forward to collaborating with you and working with you over the coming months and even years to help to better inform the citizens of Lebanon County about ongoing pipeline development. So we understand the wheels of